Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to get going on the next lesson, which this lesson will be on page 10 and 11 of your notebook. So I'll go ahead and share with you my document camera and we will get going. So here I have page 10 on this side, and this side we are going to label draw picture. Okay, and on this page, I'm going to give you a description and your goal is to draw the picture, okay? And then on page 11, we're gonna write describe picture. So I'm gonna give you a picture and you need to describe it. So this may be a little tricky for you. That's okay. Just do your best. What I have some sheets of paper, and you can use just plain old paper, or you can use Post-its or flashcards or whatever you want. And on each page, I am going to tape them on. Okay, so I'll tape that one there. Get that one taped there. And I will get this one taped here. And then I will do the same here on the other side. So I'll just pause the recording and we can, maybe not. Okay, so I've went ahead and taped all my cards in. So let's just go ahead and we'll trace around each one. That way we kind of know our boundaries here. And you don't have to go over the tape. Okay. All right, so we'll trace around each one and be right back. What's going on? All right, so we've traced around all 6 of the boxes. Now let's get writing on the front of them. Okay, so on page 10 here, I'm going to describe a picture on the front, and then when you open it up right here, you're going to try to draw it there, okay? All right, so line L bisects segment AB at point C. Segment DC is congruent to segment AC and segment CB. Point D is on line L. Okay, so we're gonna do all the fronts, and then I want you to give it a try, and then I'll come back and show you the answers. Okay, I'm gonna switch colors because that blue was running out. All right, so the next one, line AC is perpendicular to ray AB. Segment AC is congruent to segment BC. So nice little short one there. And you can start with this one if you want, doesn't matter. All right, the last one here on draw picture, page 10, line L and line AB are parallel. Points X and Z are on line L. Segments AX and BZ intersect at point T. All right, so that's the draw picture side. So let's go ahead and draw the picture on page 11 titled Describe Picture. Okay, so on the front will be a picture, and on the inside you write the words. It's the complete opposite of what we did on page 10. Okay, so here is this first picture. And you don't have to describe it in the order that I draw it. In fact, you probably won't. Okay. There's that first picture. Let's get the next one here. Okay. There's that one. And then let's look at the bottom here. And of course, I'm being silent while I draw this, because if I were to tell you what I'm drawing, then that would tell you what to write on the underside, and that's what we're working on. Okay, there's that picture. Okay, so now you've got all your pictures, and on the underside, you're going to write the sentences on how to draw it, so that if I were to read it, I would be able to recreate this picture. Now, the thing is, this picture could be turned, it could be backwards, something like that, but we should still have all the same points and all the same symbols on there. Okay, if someone were to redraw it and put this going up, that would be okay, as long as, you know, these symbols are all on there. Okay, and then on the underside of these, you're going to draw the picture of what this just is describing. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video, get all 6 of these done, and then restart the video, because I'm getting ready to go over the actual answers. Okay, so pause the video, take a little bit, work through them. Make sure you pause the video so that you can try and go through them all. Okay, so let's go through the answers. Okay, so this first one says you have line L bisects segment AB. All right, so I'm going to do it in pen here. So we have, and again, it doesn't really matter the direction you're drawing any of this in as long as everything is satisfied. So we have line L. And line L bisects segment AB, which means it crosses at the midpoint. So if I have segment AB here, and they have to cross, so A, B, okay, and it says it bisects at point C, so this right here is point C, but because line L bisects this, that means that this is the same as this. So we got to have those tick marks on there showing the bisection. And then it says segment DC is congruent to segment AC and segment CB. Point D is on line L. So I need to put point D on line L. Point D. And then I need to go back. It says DC and AC and CB are all the same. So this segment and this segment and this segment are all the same. So they all get those tick marks. Okay? And that's it. That's the picture. So you kind of have to read ahead a little bit and then go back and fill some of them out. Now, again, this could be turned a little bit. Point D could be up here instead. Those kind of things don't matter. Your line L could be here. But what needs to happen is these tick marks and all your labels have to be accurate. All right, this next one says line AC is perpendicular to ray AB. So I got a line, which lines have to have arrows. And AC is perpendicular to ray AB. So A is already on there, so I can't draw another point A. In one diagram, you can only have one of each point. So B, it's perpendicular, so that means I got to draw this square in the corner. Segment AC is congruent to segment BC. So AC is congruent to segment BC. Just like that. Okay. Now, technically, this can't actually happen. This picture can't actually happen, but our goal here was to make sure that we can provide the correct labels and all of that. Okay, so there's your picture. All right, and the last one on this page, line L and line AB are parallel. So get line L, and line AB. So I need A, doesn't matter which side it goes, B are parallel. So we're going to draw the little triangles on each to say that they're parallel. All right. And it says points X and Z are on line L. Now just wait a second before you put those on here, because it says segment AX and segment BZ intersect at point T. So I have a segment AX and B, so X and Z are on this line, but if I draw the segment AX and BZ, they have to cross. So they can't just go straight up. They actually have to go over here. They have to cross. They have to intersect. And this would be at point T. So this point would actually be X, and this one over here would be Z. So watch that. Before you just throw the points on there, make sure you read the whole diagram, okay, or the whole sentence. Okay, so that's those three. Hopefully you did well on those. All right, and then here we need to write the description of how to draw this, okay? So you can write this a couple different ways. I'm just going to show you what I have here. Okay, so the first thing is I have these two segments that are parallel, and then I have this ray right here that is perpendicular. So I want to make sure I include those words. So segment AB and segment CD are parallel. Ray AC is perpendicular to segment AB. Okay, so you got your two parallel segments and your ray that is perpendicular to your other segment. Okay, it's not perpendicular to this one. It actually will be, but we don't know that yet with what we've studied so far. Okay. All right, this next one's a little bit tricky. It's got quite a bit of stuff on it. All right. So let's start with point M is the midpoint of segment AP. All right. Line L intersects segment AP and ray HP at points A and H. Okay, so that last one was a little bit tricky. Line L intersects segment AP at A, but it also intersects ray HP at H. So it gives you those connecting points. Again, this is not the only way you could describe this picture. Okay, there are several. I could have started with ray HP intersects line L at H. Okay, and I could have gone that route. So your word doesn't have to match exactly what I have, but again, I should be able to draw this picture from whatever you have. Okay, this last one here, we have plane R has points A, B, and C. You could have said points A, B, and C are coplanar on plane R. Okay, just some different ways to look at it. Segment AC is congruent to segment CB. Okay, again, that congruence makes those tick marks. Okay. Plane R also has ray CB. Okay. I've had people say that segment AC and ray CB intersect, and then they come back and talk about the congruent. So there's quite a few, there's infinite number of ways that you can describe these. Okay, so if you have questions on any of the descriptions, let me know. Okay, test yours out, see if it works, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll see you in the next lesson.